You've been watching the screens for 4 hours. The morning coffee wore off long ago, and your eyes are starting to burn. Out of nowhere, volume surges on the 1-minute chart. You know the setup doesn't match your criteria, but your hand is already on the mouse. You widen your stop loss, buy into the top of the candle, and immediately watch the trade reverse. The careful, meticulous preparation you did before the opening bell has been replaced by the erratic pressure of the late afternoon. This split screen highlights the problem. On the left is the logical, structured checklist you built at 8 a.m. On the right is the chaotic, overlapping mess of executions you actually made at 2 p.m. This breakdown happens to nearly every trader, regardless of their intelligence, their raw talent, or how well they understand market structure. We have to look at why the rational person who wrote the plan on the left disappears right when it is time to execute it. The shift suggests a breakdown in the system that bridges your knowledge and your actions. We can trace this breakdown to a specific mechanical source: fatigue. Trading discipline relies on inhibition, the active mental suppression of bad choices. This barrier blocks impulsive urges. Inhibition is a depletable resource. When rested, it's fully charged, blocking erratic sheeps. Staring at charts drains it. The meter drops, the barrier thins and flickers. Fatigue physically disables the mental brakes required to stick to a plan. The hardware required for discipline simply loses its charge. To see how this dictates outcomes, we can run the exact same market setup through 2 different physical states. Scenario A, the rested trader. A market move triggers an impulse. A strong inhibition block routes this to a valid plan. Scenario B, the fatigued trader. The degraded barrier shatters, routing straight to an emotional execution. Though they know the strategy, execution quality plummets.
Relying on sheer willpower during exhaustion is an ineffective strategy because the internal inhibition mechanism has already failed. Once you accept that your internal brakes are biologically compromised, you can install an external, mechanical brake. This is the fatigue rule. It is a mandatory process that you review and agree to before you even open your broker platform. The rule activates the moment you notice your decision quality dropping. Your first 2 options are to immediately reduce your position size to minimize risk, or switch entirely to a simulator. Your third and most absolute option is to firmly close the platform and stop trading for the day. This mechanical rule acts as a hard shield, protecting your capital from a mind that is temporarily running on an empty battery. By calmly closing the laptop and walking away, the trader successfully follows through on a specific process requirement. What is your first sign that fatigue is affecting your trades? This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. True trading mastery involves more than technical skill. It requires recognizing when you are no longer in a physical state to make objective decisions.